Welcome to Coach's Corner Caf fans. Thanks for joining me on this beautiful Monday afternoon. A little bit gloomy from the game the other night, but still some. The sun came back up, and we're going to keep moving forward. So first of all, congrats to our volleyball team who won again. So still undefeated. Soccer did end their season, but congrats to them. I think they had the most wins they've ever had and broke several records. And so that's a good thing there. Congrats to those guys. We got a couple. We had a couple cross country runners this past weekend in the regional. So I'm not sure exactly how they did, but congrats to them. So review of last week against Marion. Unfortunately, it was a 0-35 game for us and the Cavs, and we had a good plan. We felt like, and the kids were ready, and like Coach Brunn says, everybody's got a plan till you get hit right in the mouth. And I think that was a Mike Tyson quote. But that's a really, really, really good Marion team. I don't think we played terrible. We did not make plays, and they made plays. Coach Corey always says you got to make those plays when they present themselves. And right off the bat, their very first play, they have a long throw. We're in good coverage. Guy makes a really good catch and a good throw, and on our second possession, we got a first down or two, and then good punt. He fumbled the punt. We got two guys there, and we just couldn't quite recover it. One time, their best receiver, Holscher, we jack him off the line like we wanted to do. In fact, twice in the same play, Miles Popcutter tips the ball on a deflection. And he ends up catching it still and gets a 20-yard gain, just things like that. But they're just a heck of a team. So congrats to Marion on their breaking the streak of 57 games now, and kudos to them. They're on a good roll right now. So disappointing and frustrating. The game itself was a great atmosphere, and for those of you who don't follow it too much, if you're watching the take-home booster, the Booster 50-50 take-home was $22,000. That's awesome. And I think Mr. Goodwin said we had, gate sales, 6,000 more than we've ever had, something like that. So it was a great night, but unfortunately we didn't play well enough, or they played too well for us to win that game. So over the years, I tell people this, and it's a pretty cool, really good rivalry. Since 2000, 13 wins for the Cavs and 13 wins for Marion now. So that's awesome. Since 2000, I guess that's the way it's supposed to be. And overall, it's 35, 33, and 4 for the Cavs, and maybe 35, 34. I'm not sure. Chris Crone, our stats guy, seems to think it's 34, but when I looked it up, I thought I saw 33. So just a great rivalry over all these years, and it goes back and forth. 8 years here, 6 years here. Back and forth, win 3, lose 3, and so just a cool rivalry. So I guess fortunately we don't have to play Marion again, because I think this is one of their best teams. I guess going back to Marion, I talked to before the game, we had a live thing there with one of the newspaper or news reporters, and I just felt like their offense was more diverse than it's ever been, and maybe more speed in the receivers and quarterback spot than they've ever had. They've had lots of good quarterbacks and receivers, but with pure speed and things like that, just one heck of a good team. So hats off to them. Covington. So we play Covington this week, and it's on Friday, and it's at home, and it's at 7 o'clock. And if we win that game, we get another home game. So that's awesome. Covington comes in at 3-7. We do have a little history with them. We played way back in '82 against them, and then in 11 and 12 we played in the playoffs. One time at their place. I think that was in. I can't remember if that was 11. I think that was in 12. In 11, I think we played them down at UD. That might be flipped and be backwards there. I can't remember for sure. Pretty sure 11 was down at Welcome Stadium though. And so we won those 3 games. They're very, very young this year. They have a new coach a couple years ago, and he's doing a good job. And it's kind of like the Minster situation from a couple years ago, where they threw a bunch of young guys in there really, really early, and so they're getting a lot of experience and offensively and defensively. They play a very, very similar defense to us, a 3-3 stack. Do some blitzing. But it just looks like our defense, so it'll be good for our scout team guys this week. Coach Bruns will be able to just call our stuff and mix in a few of their wrinkles with it. And then offensively, they're a spread team, and they like to throw it, and the quarterback likes one particular receiver, I guess, the most, and one back has by far the most carries and yards. So, but a similar spread offense to kind of like what we have. So they come in, like I said, at 3-7. Again, a very, very young squad. And so we're looking forward to getting back out there. One good thing about sports is you always get another chance, I guess, until that last game. Just a little side note from Covington. A.J. Olette, we did play against him, I believe, in maybe 11. Went to OU, was a walk-on at OU, and ended up being a 3-4 year starter and lots of yards, and got into a couple NFL camps. I'm not sure if he ever was actually on one of the rosters, but he plays up in Canada for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, I believe, and I think he was in the Grey Cup either last year or the year before. He's been he has, I think I looked it up, I think 1,700 career yards. So he's having a good career. So that's kind of cool from Covington. So the game is at 7:00. Support staff. I'm going to go back, and I do this each year because these guys have done a lot for us. The golf outing that we have in the spring, or not in the spring, but in the fall on a Saturday afternoon. I think it was after the Fort Recovery game on a Saturday afternoon. And those 6 guys, Corey Klinke and Chunk Deuce, are in the same grade. Ryan Geyer and Kyle Arns are in the same grade, and Keith Wenning and Adam. I'm drawing a blank. Adam. No, not Adam Holman. Adam. I know this answer, but anyway, it's Adam. I'll remember it before the show's over here. But anyway, those guys, each year, they put on the golf outing and have done so much for us and so many different things now. So it's been, 8, 10 years, something like that. And each year they get us something new, whether it's the black pants, whether it's our ball bags, whether it's some weight equipment. This year they got us 4 ice tubs, real nice ones. We were just using big, I guess, homemade tubs, but these are real nice ones that you can clean up nice. And so the players use those quite a bit, not too much anymore, but especially during 2-a-days, almost every day we'd have 6, 8, 10 guys jump in those, and just to get that soreness out of their muscles. So thanks to those guys. And then finally, our scout team guys, props, Bennett Spriggs, Derek Deuce, Sam Rissmiller, Tyler Jones, Rudy Kramer, and Caden Obringer. Those guys are our varsity guys that are also still helping us a bunch with scout team. So that's much appreciated. When you're a starter, typically you don't have to do scout team. You either get some rest in those periods, but those guys are willing to help us out and make sure we're getting a really, really good look on the scout team. So thanks, fellas. So we go to Adam Rammel. It just hit me. Adam Rammel. How could I forget Adam and Ernie, right? And so that's it. That's who the other Adam Rammel helps us with the golf outing. And Adam Homan does help with those guys. He wasn't not part of the original group that started it, but he helps a lot on it. So Friday night we're going to play at home again in our black jerseys, and like I said, if we get a win, we got another home game, so that's awesome. So hopefully we got a couple more weeks. So thanks for joining me. 7:00 Friday night.